If you're a parent, you probably wondered at some point, what is the best sippy cup I could buy? You probably found yourself at an aisle of a store wondering, which cup do I get? There's so many different kind of cups, so many different styles, brands, and it can be really overwhelming. I personally actually did a bunch of research before I ordered my cups and then just ordered them online because I knew I was gonna be a little bit stressed out with all the choices that are at the store. So today I'm going to review 4 of the most common kinds that you typically will see at a store to hopefully make your lives a little bit easier and when selecting the perfect cup for you and your family. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the durability of the cups, how user-friendly they are, and specifically for a toddler. And I actually have a volunteer that's a real-life toddler, my daughter, and she is definitely a cute one. So you'll be seeing her throughout the video trying all these cups. I also go over how easy they are to clean or not easy to clean, and which my daughter actually personally preferred and ended up having the most success with. So here I'm gonna start with the most common cup. This is a typical sippy cup that you will see when you think of a sippy cup. You normally think of this, plastic bottle with 2 handles and, the spout shaped like this. So I'll start with the spout. So I will say that the design of the spout has, I guess, you could say it's a good thing and a bad thing. So it's designed in the shape of kind of similar to a pacifier. So that makes it an easy transition from bottle to sippy cup. However, pacifiers are not great for babies' teeth. And so this sippy cup is gonna have that same impact. So the instructions even say on the pamphlet when you buy this cup to only allow use during mealtime, to not let your baby suck on it outside of mealtime. So I'm guessing there's multiple reasons. 1, for consuming in air. 2, also probably because it's not best for their teeth. So that's pretty much the pros and cons to the shape of the sippy cup's mouth. The handles did make it easy for my daughter to grab, I will say that. She was able to grab it and hold it independently with no problem. I will say one big con is that for this sippy cup, for the water to actually make it to the spout, you have to actually tilt it quite a bit. And since my daughter was using it during mealtime on a high chair, she really didn't think to, tip it all the way. So she actually ended up drinking a lot of air. Here I show you how much she actually ended up drinking towards the end of the meal. And to be honest, it was pretty much nothing. The washing part of it was pretty simple. You can just use a bottle scrubber to clean the inside of this. The plastic part comes off as well where the spout is, so you can clean that really well. So it is pretty easy to clean, and it's a pretty quick wash by hand as well. It wasn't too difficult to clean. So this one I definitely would say was not good for our family and for her because she didn't drink anything. She just drank air, so that was not a good thing for us. The next one I have is the Munchkin 360 cup. I will say that I love this cup. This cup is something that my daughter was already used to using, so she was probably biased with this one during the test because she's already used this one and is very comfortable with it. So the good thing about this one is it's a 360 cup, so regardless of where she drinks from, water is going to come out. And water only comes out when she sucks on it. That's how it's designed. So if I flip it over, shake it, anything like that, water does not come out. However, there was a point where she threw it on the floor and a little bit of water did spray out. But for the most part, it's very durable. It's plastic. It's gonna last. And it does what it's intended to. It helps her drink water without it spilling, fits in the diaper bag, has great durable handles. This has always been a big winner for us. As you can see, she drank quite a bit of water out of it and really likes this cup a lot. In regards to cleaning it, it's pretty simple. You just take off the top and you can scrub on the inside just like you would scrub a regular cup. And then the top, what's neat is that the top actually comes apart into 2 pieces. So you can take this one off and you'll see all the little holes on there where the water is coming out from. This is how this one works. But you can go ahead and wash this no problem, dishwasher safe as well. And there's also a little rubber band here that you can take off and clean and hand wash and put back on the cup with no problem. It was actually pretty easy for me to do, which says a lot because I normally don't do so well with those type of things. So it was definitely easy to clean. Next, I have the Munchkin Cup. What's awesome about this one is this Munchkin Cup has a straw. So you can just open it up like this and the straw pops out. And what I love about this straw is it's a weighted straw. So regardless of where the baby's tilting it or how much water is inside, my baby is drinking water. She is not drinking air. It even has a seal on here too that prevents water from spilling out, so that's really neat. So I loved this cup. I was so excited to use it, and my daughter did really well with it. At first, because it's a little bit heavier than the other one that she's used to, it took her a second, but she then had no problem with it. She doesn't have to tilt it at all because it does have that straw. So that was really great. One negative thing is there has been a time where she used it and a little bit of the food got stuck there because it does have that seal to prevent water from spilling out. So she did have like a little piece of egg in there, which can be pretty gross, but the cleanup part was not too bad. So you can just take this apart and clean inside the bottle. And then the straw part is a little tricky. It does take an extra step, but they include a little tool to make it easier. So they include a little brush that you can just stick in through the straw and clean and scrub that way. So that does help, but the whole straw comes out of this green top to make washing a little bit simpler. But I will say it is a little bit more of a hassle in comparison to, like, for example, the Munchkin 360 cup. So these are both Munchkin, but the 360 cup is a little bit easier to clean. But what's awesome is that baby's practicing using a straw. My daughter was excited to use the straw. She loves using straws. It helps her feel more grown up like, so she liked that. It was very cool to see her use it with no problem, being able to hold the cup herself. For example, when she normally drinks from a straw, it's out of a regular cup where maybe mom and dad have to hold it for her while she sucks. So it's nice for her to be able to enjoy the straw while being able to hold the cup herself. One other negative thing, I would say probably just the biggest negative thing, is that it's a little bit hard to screw on. So you have to actually hear that click. But when I first did it, I heard that click, so I thought I did it right, but apparently I didn't, and some spilled. So if you have it on correctly, nothing will come out when flipped over, but if you don't have it on correctly, water will spill out. So making sure that you do hear that clicking sound and that it is aligned is very important. Make sure that you check both, not just the click sound, but also that it's aligned. So that is one tricky part, but overall, I would say that my daughter did drink the most out of this cup. She seemed to enjoy it the most. It was very user-friendly. She had no problem. She didn't have to tilt it. So it made her meal a lot more enjoyable too, because she just would, even one-handed, just drink from it with no problem and just drink from the straw. So that was awesome. This last cup I have for you is the Boon Sippy Cup top. And I paired it with a Tommy Tippee cup. So the cool thing about the Boon Sippy Cup top is that you can use it on any cup. So it's pretty stretchable. So regardless of the width or type of cup, it should be able to have a slim fit on. I will say though, it's kind of tricky to put on. Maybe it just takes some practice, but I struggled with it. I asked my husband to put it on and he kind of struggled with it too. And that's because normally he doesn't struggle with those type of things. So I will say that says something, that it is a little bit difficult. I guess it depends on the type of cup too. Maybe it's easier with some other type of cups depending on the size, but I did struggle with putting it on. Now, in regards to how this cup worked for my daughter, a negative thing is when you put in the straw, water does come out. It does have a little hole to relieve the pressure, but even then, it still spills a little bit of water. Or if my daughter pushes it, plays with it, some water is gonna come out. So that is definitely a negative thing. If she tilts it up, it's going to spill out. So this is a great idea for maybe older kids. I know that Boon does have some that are just the spout rather than a straw, but my daughter enjoys drinking from a straw, so I thought I would try this one, but I would probably much rather prefer the Munchkin 360 one that has the straw, because I know it's not gonna spill. She could use it while in her room or in the living room playing, and I know nothing's gonna spill out. Now, in regards to the actual Tommy Tippee cup, what's cool about this one is when it's on the table, high chair, regardless of where it's on, you cannot push it over. You see how I'm tapping on it? It does not fall. Even if, and I'm hitting it pretty hard and it won't fall. So that is one cool thing, but I would say that you'd probably have to use it with an older kid that can be able to turn it and lift it. because my daughter struggled with trying to figure out how to pick it up. She was able to carry it, but I mean, there are no handles, so it's easier to slip. So when I would hold it for her and she would drink, she drank just fine from it. I mean, she was able to drink from the straw with ease, but like I said, I don't think that I will ever let her use this if we were not on the high chair. I probably will only use this if we're at mealtime. In regards to washing this one, it was pretty easy because it's silicone. You take off the top, you wash the top by hand or in the dishwasher. It's dishwasher safe, I believe. And then the straw just comes out like that. It's just a little straw, not too big, so that's good. So that it's not too hard to wash either. And the Tommy Tippee cup, well, it's just like a regular cup, so it's definitely easy to wash as well. So I would say my two favorites are the Munchkin Cups. I like the 360 one because it's very easy to use, no problems with it, no spills, and super easy to clean. This other Munchkin Cup, my daughter actually drank the most with this one. She loved it. And I love this one too because of the straw. My daughter's actually practicing how she would drink from a regular cup compared to the 360 cup. You know, she's not gonna be drinking from a sippy cup forever. Most cups are not designed like that, so I want her to be able to practice just using a regular straw, regular cup. So the one with the straw is great practice for her to just continue with her confidence level in drinking the straws for as she moves on to regular cups. And of course, like I said, I love the weighted straw. It's a great bonus, so I know she's not consuming any air and she's actually getting the water. So those were my two favorites, one because easier to clean, easier to use, and one because of the straw and the usability with the straw. So these are the most 4 common cups that you will see at any store you go to. So it was the Nuby, you know, traditional sippy cup. There was the Munchkin 360, the Munchkin with the weighted straw. And here I have the Tommy Tippee cup using the Boon lid and straw. So out of these, which did you enjoy? Have you tried using any of these before? Did you have any success? What is your child's preference when it comes to sippy cups? Like I said, mine, for my daughter, it was the Munchkin, probably because she's been using the Munchkin 360 since 6 months and she thought the straw one was new, exciting, and she loves straws in general, so that's why those two were her preference. But which did you enjoy the most? Please comment and share below. And if you found this video helpful, you can help me out by hitting that like button. And if you would like to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.